Well, good evening, racing fans. Welcome to Racing Action from Grand River Raceway for this Friday evening. Our first race will go to post in approximately 20 minutes. Nice warm fall day. Track condition listed as fast. Those clouds are broken again. Somebody should fix them. 22 degrees Celsius is the recorded temperature. Let's get a look at the changes on this evening's card of racing. No changes, race one. No changes, race number two. Race number three, no changes. No changes in the third. No changes, race four. Race 5, 9 Northern Drifter is scratched. Race 5, 9 Northern Drifter is scratched. No changes, race number 6. Race 7, no changes. Race number 8. Number 4, Chip happened, removing the Pelling pacifier. And the ninth race, number 8, All-Star Goldie, the driver to be announced, race 9-8 TBA. Those are all the changes that we have at this moment. Well, once again, no changes, race number 1. And the second dash will go as a program, no changes. 17 minutes to post time. Time to welcome in our handicapping expert, my co-host, and our London bureau chief. How are things over there across the pond in London?
Yep, things are pretty good here, Gary. Kind of winding down our annual Western Fair. 3 days left to go. Another beautiful weather day here in London, Ontario. So it's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, the three final days of our big Western Fair here on the grounds of Western Fair District. Lots of people. The weather has been perfect throughout, and we're expecting a nice weekend weather-wise as well.
Oh yeah, just the smells when you go to the fair, the cotton candy and the rides, and yeah, when I was a kid, I loved all the
Yeah.
rides. I don't think I've been on any of the rides as an adult, but as a kid, I wore them out. I'd try anything.
Yeah, I remember back in the day, a friend of mine said, "Let's go get some bracelets at the carnival. Get the bracelet where you can ride all the rides you want for the whole evening." Well, I went out first time ever getting a bracelet, and I rode the rides until I got sick. And the only ride I've ever been on since is a bumper car.
Oh my god. No, I got a very
Yeah.
strong stomach. I could take it. I just go for whatever is the scarier the better. I don't care, and just eat the fries and the cotton candy and just make it a
Ooh.
festival. But
Oh, it's the food is unbelievable around here, and I've been over to the grounds a few times late at night, and the smell of the mini donuts with the cinnamon, oh, it's so good.
hey, hold it down here. I haven't eaten yet. Well, I did have a small little bite when I got up, but true to
Yeah.
being a night person, I set the alarm for 3:30 p.m. this afternoon and got up ready to rock and roll. But like I
Are you
said,
being serious?
I'm dead serious. Well, I worked till 7 a.m. I got home at 7:30.
Oh,
I'm a working machine, man.
I didn't know that.
It's an old fart.
7 a.m.
I'm on the go. Yeah, but
I guess you are.
one thing that's disappointing me. I was looking at the tip sheet for the your picks. I should call them for this evening, and mine.
Sure.
I don't know whether I was looking at your homework or you were looking at mine, but we got all the same horses. I'm depressed about that.
Wow. That doesn't happen often because there's no shot.
No.
We get together and compare notes
Well,
prior to a race card. So
I sent
maybe the horses are going to race on form tonight and just be like that, finishing where they should be, right?
I sent mine in last night. Just I think let's see, check an email. It would be around about 5 a.m. I sent my picks in. Just snuck home for a little while,
Oof.
did them, Got to go pick up my neighbor's
Yeah.
son. He's got a factory job, and he gets up at 7 a.m. That's my last thing. I pick him up at work, take him home, and then okay, now I'm out
Oh.
of here. Get some sleep and get back up and do it all over again. But yeah, it
Hmm.
was going to be a grind of 7 days a
Factory
week.
job.
Yeah, it was going to be a grind of
You
7 days a
mentioned
week.
factory job, and an old song my dad used to sing came back to me: "Streets of Baltimore."
You know,
Got myself a factory job, like that.
I worked in construction for my dad when I was young, and then I had a few factory jobs. Worked at Butt Automotive in Kitchener, and I learned, I don't think this factory stuff is the thing for me. Thank God for horse racing, because I don't know, man. We're
I hear you. I've done one factory job myself. I worked a potato chip line uh, at a potato chip plant back in Prince Edward Island, and it was a night shift. It was working 12 to 8s and working the potato chip line, and yeah, a factory job was not for me as well. I like being on the road, out doing deliveries, filling vending machines, that kind of stuff. And then I lucked out with picking up a job at Northlands Park in Edmonton about 20 years ago.
you know, working at a potato chip factory and then filling up vending machines, that could be dangerous, I mean, because you could
Oh,
load up on the potato chips and maybe some jelly beans and, oh, man,
that's probably where the
sugar.
sugar nickname popped up, somewhere close to between the chip plant and the filling up the vending machines.
Look,
Sugar.
you know, uh, I don't know why they put information on the back of food labels to tell you whether stuff is good for you or bad for you. All you got to do is taste it. If it tastes really good, bad for you. If it, and then conversely, the other way around. If it tastes like crap, you know
We
it's
got
healthy.
talking about that this week at work. I mean, we've been sampling some pretty good food here. There was some roasted vegetables on there last evening for supper, and I said these are so good. But you know what? It costs so much to enjoy a nice plate of roasted vegetables. But
Oh,
I know you're not a veggie
you
man.
lost me at vegetables. That's like there's
I
certain
knew it.
there's certain words that as soon as somebody says them, like soccer, vegetables, certain things.
Yeah.
I'll end with this. I love Bob McCowan's line when they asked him, "Do you love soccer?" And he said, "If they played the World Cup in my backyard, I'd close the drapes." That's
And there you
that's
go.
what he loved about soccer. But listen, obviously,
It's
some people love it, and go ahead. But
yeah.
you know what? We love
Yeah.
harness racing. We love doing the pick five. So we'll talk to you at 7 minutes to most time. We'll get our pick fives out, and I'm unhappy that we're pretty much all over the same things.
Perfect.
Are you dreaming of a career with horses? The Ontario Equine Education and Employment Program is here to help. If you're an Ontario resident, you can take our free course and turn your passion into a profession. And employers can register for the program and receive wage subsidies, 50% for up to 18 weeks, or a maximum of $5,000. It's a win-win for job seekers and businesses alike. Ready to take the reins? Visit OntarioEquineEducation.com today and start your journey in the equine industry.
Alrighty, welcome back to the show, everyone. You're watching Grand River Raceway on a Friday evening. 9 dashes on tap for this evening's race card. Going to complete it with a great-looking pop-up series final for trotters. In race 9, we've got Royalty Beer at a post 2 for Sammy Filion. The 6 is Cadillac Moon with Nick Boyd driving, and 7, Eden on the Hill. Austin Sorey, likely favorite in there. So the pop-up series final for age trotters in our 9th and final race this evening. Before all of that, though, it's a pick 5 opportunity right up front. $5,000 guaranteed pool opening up as the favorite, number 4, Party It Up, switching to the Kyle Boston Sparn. Damien McClellan gets the call to drive this one. Currently a 7-5 favorite here, and one I'll be using in the opening leg of this again, very popular pick 5 opportunity. Let's bring up some ticket ideas then. Myself, Gary Guy, and our friend of the show, Conley Ecclestone, all doing our best to try to map out a winning pick 5 combination. So in the opening leg, I'm using 4, Party It Up. Switching Barnes, the 7, Wicked Prince, looks live from an outside gate. There's plenty of gate speed to work with. Austin Sorey, we know he likes to send them. Sean Stacy conditioned for Hutt Racing Stable of Pennsylvania. 4 and 7 for me, starting things up. We're going to go deepest of all in race number 2. One I've got pegged as a wide open trotting event. It's for 2-year-olds, right? So anything can happen there. We're going 1, 2, 3, and 4. Still on the trot for the 3rd of 9 this evening, where we'll use 4, Sweet Emily T for Mark Etzel, plus the 5, Don't Change My Name, Bruce Richardson on board. 3 deep in the 4th race trotting event. Another group of 2-year-olds in there. It's the 1, Base Litz, also using number 2, Vimy Ridge Epona, and outside the 6, Bella Chica. Race 5, on the end of it, we went inside to the 1, Stonebridge Glee, and number 2, Eurobank Hanover. Now, here's the thing. Eurobank Hanover went to the top and would not be caught last time out. And I did mention maybe a Stonebridge Glee would have been on that horse's back when turning for home. He might have gotten to him. So now it's setting up perfectly, possibly. Eurobank Hanover expected to go to the lead in there, and maybe, just maybe, Daryl Thiessen can stay up close there with number 1, Stonebridge Glee. 1 and 2 for me on the end of the pick 5 play. I'm in to go for $19.20 on the 20-cent wager. It's a $5,000 guaranteed pool. Pick 5 play right up front. Next up here is our track announcer, Gary Guy, with his best go on this multi-leg wager.
Well, you know I can spend less than $19.20. How about $7.20? We'll shave this ticket down.
Go.
And yet in the first race, even though I'm shaving it down, I have one extra horse. You have the 4 and 7. I've got the 4 on top. We have the same top horse in all 9 races. So Party It Up.
Wow.
Yeah. And then, but I like zipping and ripping off of that win at Clinton. And also, I throw in Boyd Bay, who won at Flamborough. I was impressed with Boyd Bay at Flamborough. That's the only win in 19 starts, but I just thought Boyd Bay looked good at Georgian the start before it on the closing night at Georgian Downs, and then won it to Flamborough. So going with that one, set up by Marie-Helene DuPont. In the second dash, well, we both liked Emmett Hanover on top, but I added 4 high value, and look at that, off of back-to-back 7th and an 8th place finish. You're like, what, Gary, what are you doing? But you know what? You used that one. It's one of your 4, so it is a wide-open dash. And I like Emmett Hanover. But Emmett Hanover still is one that had 2 starts, doesn't have a top 3, so it's wide open. Race number 3, turn the page. A correction, race number 3. It's race 4 will be turning the page. Race 3, I have Sweet Emily T on top. I went to DeGrasse St. Greener. I saw this one at Georgian Downs a lot, and Daryl Thiessen drives this time, and I've been impressed with DeGrasse St. Greener in a lot of spots, and so that one along with Sweet Emily T, your top pick and mine. 4th race, we see it identically. 216. We both have that in that same order. Is the way we're picking. In fact, we both have it 2165. So I copied off your homework. And race number 5, the final dash. I hear you about Stonebridge Glee, but I said, you know what? Just give me the bank. I'll shave this ticket down to just Eurobank Hanover semi-filial for Luc Blais.
Well, I think the only way Eurobank Hanover can lose that race is if the 1, happens to work out that 2-hole ride. I'm not sure what he got for gate speed from the rail, but that was my angle on the end of it. But I like your ticket structure. I like the way it's come together for $7.20 on the base wager. One more ticket to look at. Our friend of the show, Conley Ecclestone, he likes to put a single in play. He's got one there in the middle leg of this pick five sequence. 3 deep for Conley, the opening leg. And I like this. 1, 4, and 7 starting things up. Seize the Bay, Party It Up, and Wicked Prince. 2 deep for Conley in race number 2. Using Tactical Rose and High Value, the 2 and 4. He singles up number 4, Sweet Emily T. Just a one-time winner this season, though that victory did come at Grand River Raceway back in early August. 1, 2, and 5 for Conley in the 4th, and he goes even numbers on the end of the pick 5 play using Eurobank, Hanover, Eartha K, and Masterwork. Like that for Conley, $10.80 on his 20-cent base minimum wager on this pick 5 play. A $5,000 guaranteed pool. Next voice you'll hear will be that of track announcer Gary Guy. He'll be post-parading them here for race 1 of 9 shortly. Good luck, everyone.
Field on post parade for race number 1. Seize the Bay. Daryl Teast for Corey Giles, Michelle Letarte, and Vernder Gill. Number 2 is Zippin' and Rippin', Mark McDonnell for Riley Simpson and Shengo. Number 3 is Relentless, Lauren House for Cassidy Schneider, Colonel Schneider Jr. 4 is Partied Up, Damien McClellan for Kyle Bossens and Daryl Newpicking. Number 5 is Boyd Bay, Jason Ryan from Marie Helene DuPont. Number 6, Smart Thinking, Scott Calder for Kimby X. And number 7 is Wicked Prince, Austin Story for Sean Stacy and Hunt Racing. Field of 7, race 1, first of 9 dashes on a Friday night here at the river. Let's get a look at this field, and Sugar, we are in with Partied Up. We're going to kick off this party with one that's shipping in from Sarnia. Now, I'm not always good at being able to compare those horses in Sarnia, but nonetheless, Partied Up is still the one we have to land on because just look at the form.
Yeah, and I mean, the fans have loved him up around Sarnia, betting him as the favorite in 4 of his last 5 outings. He does show some 54 speed over Sarnia. Sarnia maybe a second and a half slower than Grand River Raceway. I mean, Grand River Raceway, it's the fastest 5/8 mile track in all of Canada right now, easily. So for me, Party It Up gets a big shot here, a 7-5 favorite. Switching Barns now starting for Kyle Bossens, and he gets a young fella in the bike that loves to send them and get them in play early, Damian McClellan. But with this horse, Gary, I'm not sure there's that gate blasting effect. I've never seen it from him yet, but maybe the change in scenery when switching Barns. Maybe he wants to show some early speed tonight. We'll find out soon.
Yeah, and certainly the form at Sarnia. By the way, I love that track at Sarnia. Love everything
Yeah.
about it, and love Jim Henderson. Does a great job. Jim's a great credit to racing because he wasn't even going to be in racing. He didn't buy it to be a racetrack, but then they talked him into it, and
Wow.
because he's more of a carpeting and hardwood floor guy, but he's been a real credit to
I've
racing.
been up that way for a race car, Gary. The only thing that was said to me before I went, bring a hoodie because it's evening racing, and I needed that hoodie. It does cool off pretty good, but it's a beautiful 5/8 track to watch racing at.
Oh, and he keeps it well maintained. Like Jim Henderson
Yep.
is all in, and he's man. Talk about a guy who works 7 days a week. The guy never sleeps. Others to look at in here. How about number 7, Wicked Prince, outside post position, really good here 2 races ago. Last time out at Flamborough, just not the same animal as he was here.
Well, I don't think the outside post is going to bother this horse. In fact, uh, I got to be thinking he's going to be sitting first or second in the early going. Now, this horse does have that gate blasting effect. He's been sitting second at the quarter at Grand River at a post 7 and 27 flat, a start that he'd win in 53 and 4. And then he came back to wire them up pretty much from a rail spot late August, 153 flat for the life best. So if he can find one of those miles in him tonight, he could be the one to beat.
Now we get down to the inside, and one sees the bay, and somebody'd be saying, "Come on, man, there's not much for him." Well, we've seen this play out all year long. You can take those ones coming in
Yes.
from the bigger track, and they transfer very quickly here.
Now, one of the fastest 5/8 mile tracks south of the border is Scioto Downs, and that's where this one came from. You can see the miles in the program, July and August, over a very fast 5/8. Now, he was at the big track of Woodbine Mohawk Park, 4th and 7th. Again, similar kind of company. So another one that's kind of getting some change in scenery here. Going to be third time for trainer Corey Giles. Daryl Thiessen the call. And I like that angle. Daryl hopping on board this horse. I'm going to expect to see this one try to race up close, but not an easy task when leaving from the rail here.
And then be aware of Boyd Bay. This is one we saw here August the 27th, come from way off the pace, be beaten a length and a half. Then the next 2 starts were pretty good, including a win last time out at Flamborough.
Yeah, the form looks pretty good in that one. 7 for 11 in top 3 finishes, including 5 runner-up finishes as well. So 4-1 price player. We're in some pretty good value there for one of my favorite drivers at the river, Jason Ryan.
And you know who's not getting as much love as he should get is 2 Zippin' and Rippin', because this is one that's 10 out of 21 in the top 2. Yeah, 2 minutes and 2 Clinton, but Clinton's not the speed of here. And you do see that this one's just been racing well. Shouldn't be 20-1.
A mile and 59 over Clinton is easily a mile and 55 or 56 at Grand River Raceway. So a shot at a top 4 finish maybe.
Well, it's a field of 7, race number 1, first of 9 dashes on a fabulous Friday as we are gathered at the river. Field for the first dash. On into the backstretch, gathering speed. Field of 7 for race number 1. Field for the first race. All in position and at the start. And the rough. And getting up well, Boyd Bay. Then Wicked Prince. Along to the inside is Seize the Bay. Then Zippin' and Rippin'. Then it is back to Relentless and Party It Up. And then it is Smart Thinking. But right now, Boyd Bay and dueling with Wicked Prince. But Wicked Prince 1-2 on the board is going to grab the lead. Boyd Bay is going to race the pocket. Sees the Bay is racing third. Zippin' and Rippin' fourth. Relentless and then Party It Up. And back to Smart Thinking trailing the field. Wicked Prince as they race away off the turn. They come on towards us. Wicked Prince, heavy favorite. Boyd Bay is second. Sees the Bay is racing positioned third. Off that opening quarter to 27-1, they roll on past us. And Zippin' and Rippin' is fourth. Then it is Party It Up on the outside. Moving up now. Then Relentless and Smart Thinking off a 27-1 quarter. They head up towards the half with Wicked Prince on the lead. And Boyd Bay is getting a lovely trip. Sees the Bay to the outside now is moving, giving cover to Party It Up, who is situated second over. On the inside, Zippin' and Rippin' is fifth. And then Relentless and Smart Thinking. Halftime 56-4. Wicked Prince on the outside sees the Bay. Getting up a little closer for Daryl Thiessen on the inside. Boyd Bay and Jason Ryan's been getting a trip. And then it is Zippin' and Rippin' on the inside, about 4 off the lead. Party It Up is racing second over, but is going to have to pop out 3 wide as Sees the Bay might have flattened out. And now Party It Up went a little rough and is taken to the outside. Then it is back to Smart Thinking and Relentless, but it is Wicked Prince. Wicked Prince and Boyd Bay. As the field turns for home, Smart Thinking is kicking in late. Smart Thinking is starting to close hard. Wicked Prince, and now popping out late comes Zippin' and Rippin', but now off the perfect trip. Here comes Boyd Bay. Boyd Bay is going to come right on by and win. Boyd Bay, Wicked Prince, and then Zippin' and Rippin' and Smart Thinking 154-1. Boyd Bay, Jason Ryan got a trip. He was patient, waited until halfway down the lane, and then popped out and went on by, Sugar.
You betcha. Good call on your end. I mean, you did mention Boyd Bay and Zippin' and Rippin', who are both going to find their way into the Tri-and Superfecta here. Boyd Bay, never better, son of Jimmy Freight, just lowers his lifetime best by 4 seconds here. He did have the life best of 58-3 over Flamborough in the latest. And then he comes right back here with Jason Ryan still on board. 54-1 pocket ride to victory, and some decent prices involved in the exotics here, and you got a price player starting up that pick 5.
Yeah, and Party It Up, the one we both liked, really just never seemed to have it going, and then actually sitting second over, pulled to the outside, and immediately went kind of rough. So Party It Up, maybe partied too late last night. I don't know.
Well, I've seen that. I've seen that kind of trip from that horse before. I knew there wasn't a whole lot of gate speed to work with, so he was at the mercy of the pace on what would come of it. And, he was getting a pretty good toe up. I mean, the one was doing all the work first up, and when Party It Up got called upon for a little more speed, he just rolled off stride, and that was it for him. So there you see it, a 7-1 winner. Heavy favorite is second best, and big double digits, third and fourth in the Tri-and Super.
Yeah, threw in a couple that helped it out, and we get to start that pick 5 with a 7-1 shot. But great trip, Jason Ryan, great patient drive.
Yeah, again, one of my favorites. He figured out the river last season, the new 5/8 last season, and he knows how to trip them out there.
Likes to gather at the river. 5726, it's number 5, Boyd Bay. 3-year-old Jimmy Freight, Bay Gelding. Owned by CSL Stable, trained by Marie-Helene DuPont. Jason Ryan victorious, second career win, second win this season. Boyd Bay takes race number 1, 154-1. The first race payouts, 5 Boyd Bay, 1640, 510, 330, 7 Wicked Prince, 250, 210, 2 Zippin' and Rippin', 530. $2 exactor, $48.40. Dollar try, $144.15. Dollar super, $843.85. 20-cent super is $168.77. First race, order of finish from the top. 6375142. That's 6375142 on the bottom.
All right, so an upset right off the bat. Boyd Bay at 7-1, leaving just $402 live and in play from a pick five pool that's got over $6,000 wagered into it. So best of luck if you played along with Boyd Bay and Jason Ryan in the opener, and you can take down this pick five. You should get paid, right? Again, only 402 live from a pool of over $6,000, and it's still four legs left to go, of course. Race number two, if you missed on the five and the opener, well, we've got the early pick four starting up next here in the second race. 2-year-old trotters, right? $2,500 guaranteed pool. So let's now bring up some ticket ideas. Let's try to bounce back here in race number two. So we fanned four across here to start things up. There is a heavy favorite. Number one, Emmett Hanover. It's my top selection. Takes all the early action. Honest, a 2-year-old son of Green Shoe. Yet to hit the board in 2025, but has been fourth twice. Paul McKenzie going back on board to drive for trainer Luke Play at Determination of Montreal. So the 1, 2, 3, and 4 for me in the opening leg of this pick four play. Again, the one is heavily favored here in the pick four, starting things out. The third race, I'm on 4, Sweet Emily T. 5, Don't Change My Name. Staying 3 deep in the fourth with the 1, 2, and 6, and on the end of it, we'll go with Stonebridge Glee, maybe to upset. Number 2, Eurobank Hanover. I think it comes down to those two. $9.60 on the 20-cent base play for this early pick four. Again, a $2,500 guaranteed pool. Another ticket to look at will be that of Gary Guys. We're going to bring it up for Gary Guy. 1 and 4 is top selection here. Number 1, Emmett Hanover, of course. His plan B is 4, high value. Gary going 2 deep in the third with the 4, Sweet Emily T, as well as 6, The Grass Ain't a Greener, with Daryl Thiessen staying on to drive for trainer Keith Jones off a big deuce. Over Sarnia's 5/8 in the prospect in the latest. Over into race number 4 for Gary. His top selection there was number 2, Vimy Ridge Epona, 2, 1, and 6. For Gary in the fourth, and he singles up number 2, Eurobank Hanover Sammy Filion for Luke Play in the final leg of the pick four. $2.40. If you want to play it for a dollar base, it'll cost you $12 even to go along with Gary Guy's ticket. One more ticket to look at for friend of the show, Conley Ecclestone. Let's get a look at his early pick four using 2 and 4. Tactical Rose and high value here. He's left the 1 off the opening leg of his pick four play. Third race, he does single up number 4, Sweet Emily T. She's got that 1 victory this season, that coming at Grand River Raceway early August. 3 deep for Conley in the fourth race, 1, 2, and 5. And he's got some even numbers in play for race number 5, Eurobank Hanover the 2, Eartha K the 4, and 6, Masterwork, just trying to find some form there for trainer J.F. McGuire. Austin Sorey gets the call for 6, Masterwork in the 5th. Conley in to go for $3.60 on the 20-cent play. Best of luck on your pick four tickets here.
Field for the second on parade. 1 is Emmett Hanover, Paul McKenzie for Luke Bland, Determination. Number 2 is Tactical Rose, Anthony Hahn for Robert Kyle Fellows and Yolanda Fellows and Blair Corbeil and Windermere Stable. 3 is Intel Queen, Mark Hetzel for Twilight Stables. Four is High Value, Damian McClellan for Kyle Bossens and William Brown and Levi Kepfer. Number 5 is Green Flirt, Bruce Richardson for Earl McLeod and Clifton Hobbs and Morley Bosworth. And absent from the parade is number 6, Unsurpassable. Blair Burgess drives and trains for Walker Racing, and A.J. Cassius Sales will join us shortly. We have a field of 6 for race number 2, and let's get a look at this field. And, well, Sugar, Emmett Hanover, we like this one, both of us on top. And Emmett Hanover is one still that's, 2 starts without a top 3 finish yet, but at least shows some solid signs.
Does too, and he's been flat every time. There are no X's on his program lines, and plus he's the only one showing sub 2-minute speed at Grand River Raceway of this field. So Paul McKenzie reuniting here. Paul was on for the qualifiers in his first career start. Then Sammy took over the lines the last time out, but with Paul going back on board, he knows him well. And tonight could be the night for Emmett Hanover to break on through to the other side, right?
$118,000 yearling purchase. So maybe Emmett Hanover will rock and roll here for Paul McKenzie. Others. How about number 3, Intel Queen? What's the intel on this one?
Intel Queen. Well, I got her second best. Mark Etzel. Always a fine job with his young trotters, this being a daughter of alarm detector from an Angus Hall mare. The qualifier looks fine. I mean, trotted a big back half. When you look at it closely, Gary, trotting a back half of 59-2 when on the outside at Woodbine Mohawk Park. So there's some talent here, serious talent. And right now, I can't believe she's 11-1. I'd be hopping on board with this one.
We always talk about the wisdom of Robert Reid. One of his comments was faster quarters throughout the qualifier. You like that. So that's what you saw and ended up with the quickest. He liked that progression as the race went on to see getting faster, not tiring. Intel Queen. So there's that intel from Robert. His wisdom is still lingering. But
he's still with us, right?
Yeah, he's still with us. He's with us as all of his handicapping expertise was laid on for a few years. He even managed to.
He kind of rubbed off on us.
Well, he had a lot of work to do. He was trying to educate me, so he finally said that's too much work. That's just too hard. Mark Hetzel, though, one thing he taught me is that Mark Hetzel's a great trot man, and actually I knew that before
100%. That. Mark Etzel down that way up here. We've got a guy by the name of Tyler Borth who now drives quite a bit at Woodbine Mohawk Park. Always said a great set of trotting hands with Tyler Borth.
Yeah, and the other thing with Mark, just a very mellow, easygoing guy, like not somebody you'd ever have an argument with much. 2 Tactical Rose, Anthony Hahn, Robert Kyle Fellows, and look, this is also one that's shown some flashes of late, back-to-back fourth. And remember that August 19th mile, don't get too caught up about time. The track was way off.
Sure, got it. 8 starts, right, this season. 2-year-old daughter of a Tactical Landing, another one yet to hit the board. Well, tell you what, there's going to be something happen in this race for a lot of them that a lot of them don't show, and that is an on-the-board finish. There's only one horse in here, Gary, that's got a showing, and that's High Value.
Well,
that's the 4-horse we haven't even talked about. A horse in here has got an on-the-board showing this season.
Well, there's the segue.
Besides the 4.
Yeah, there's the segue to High Value, and one that I did use.
Yeah.
I used just the 1 and 4 on my pick 5. That's still going, and High Value, maybe a chance to really add something. Although 2-1. I would have thought you'd get more because boy, the lines aren't great. But also, you see racing in grassroots, which is much different. I think this is a softer spot.
Well, if you can get this four home, Gary, I don't think this horse is going to play 2-1 in the multi-leg wagers. I'd put this one up around maybe 4-1, 9-2 in the multi-legs when they're concerned, especially with that 7-1 out in front now. You know, $400 live only from a $6,000 pick five pool with four legs left to go. Get this four home, Gary, and try to continue it on.
And Kyle Boston's has had himself a decent year here. Damien McClellan's kind of broken out, and actually he's had a lot of drives this year, so he's actually proven to be capable and a Maritimer.
Cape Brettoner, right? Yeah, buddy of his, well, a family member, Donnie McClellan, usually in touch with us on a night of racing at Grand River Raceway. He follows Damien very closely, and like you said, he's been busy this season. Great to see.
And it's a field of 6. We get the maiden trotters moving in behind the gates. Emmett Hanover, Tactical Rose on the inside. In the center, Intel Queen, High Value. To the outside, Green Flirt and Unsurpassable. Field of 6, race number 2. Field for the second race. Into the backstretch, gathering speed, approaching the start. Field for the second. At the start of the rough end, Unsurpassable, High Value, Tactical Rose, and then Emmett Hanover on the inside. Intel Queen and Green Flirt in the field works on around that first turn, and it is High Value. High Value splitting, Unsurpassable on the outside and Emmett Hanover on the inside. High Value is going to drive on. High Value at 2-1's got the lead. Emmett Hanover is filling the pocket. Unsurpassable third, then Tactical Rose and Intel Queen went off stride, and they raced their way on up towards the half of a 29 opening quarter. High Value, Damien McClellan has got the lead right now as they work their way on up towards the half and has a lead of about 2.25. Emmett Hanover is second. Unsurpassable third. Tactical Rose is racing positioned fourth as they work their way on into the backstretch, and the halftime off that 29 quarter was recorded in 59, a 30-second second split. High Value is cruising right now. Emmett Hanover is second, trying to close the gap now, and is 2.25 back. Then Unsurpassable Tactical Rose is racing fourth as they work their way on towards three quarters, but High Value and Emmett Hanover, those are the top two. Unsurpassable third. Tactical Rose is racing fourth as they hustle their way up to three quarters, and High Value, not getting any urging just yet, leads at a length and three quarters over Emmett Hanover. Unsurpassable, and then Tactical Rose. High Value as they race their way to the top of the stretch. Emmett Hanover, the 3-5 favorite, is chasing. Unsurpassable has 2 to pass to win, and then Tactical Rose, and now popping out Emmett Hanover off the trip, 1:29 3/4 time. Emmett Hanover and High Value to settle things in the stretch drive, and on the outside Emmett Hanover and Paul McKenzie is going to come on by and win it. Emmett Hanover, then High Value, and then third was Unsurpassable, and Tactical Rose fourth, 1:59 3. Emmett Hanover, patient to drive by Paul McKenzie, moved up, got a little closer, and then went on by pretty comfortably, Sugar.
And lots of patience there with McKenzie. He was in no hurry to make a move prior to straightening out when turning for home. Really good rating up front by young Damien McClellan with High Value. I mean, 29, 59, 129, and the trip ended up being 1:59 3 for a 2-year-old trotter. Son of Green Shoe here. Paul McKenzie on board for trainer Luke Blais. Determination of Montreal. Yes, indeed. They do break on through for a maiden score. And Paul McKenzie never even spoke to this horse. Never lifted a line. This horse did it quite easy.
Yeah, and easy to have the patience when you've got 9,400 career wins in the bank. He's
Ooh,
kind of found his way to the winner's circle enough times that he knows exactly what the path is.
exactly. Didn't get too excited about it or anything. Just looked over at Damien at the line and more or less said, "Yep, I've got this one wrapped up," and it was quite easy. 159 and three again. Nice maiden mark for a 2 year old trotter in the third career start.
Yeah, and you had to think that it was in there. $118,000 yearling purchase. Often
Right?
determination has some pretty expensive yearlings, and they certainly are not afraid to spend to try to get the quality. And this is one that clearly flashed that quality right there. And you take a few shots. I mean, you went four deep because it's a maiden trot. 2-year-olds,
Yeah.
and you're
Right.
hoping to kind of get something, but then the top two just race like the top two.
Yeah, they did race well. I mean, the four looked comfortable all day on the lead. Maybe that's where that horse is going to do his best work going forward. Emmett Hanover, nice and relaxed in the pocket. A son of green shoe here. We've got a few of those in the London Classic yearling sale. We've got three green shoes going through the ring next month. So the American sires, we've got a few of them featured in the sale, but some do like these green shoes.
Some of the performances of the horses from the London Classic sale here this summer are probably getting people more interested in that sale.
Ooh, it's been a great run for many of them. Every other day, I'm looking at London Classic Yearling Sale graduate Woodbine photos, posting them on Facebook and X. I mean, it's been a great season for the London Classic Yearling Sale grads.
And coming back in front of us is one Emmett Hanover, a 2-year-old green shoe bay gelding, owned by Determination Stable of Montreal. Luke Blay, the trainer, the winning drive to Paul McKenzie. First win for Emmett Hanover, mile of 159 and 3. Shout out to Gordy Rayner, trackside with Paul McKenzie in the winner's circle. The second race, payouts: one Emmett Hanover 320, 230, 230. Four high value, 250, 280. Six unsurpassable, 490. $2 exact rate dollars, dollar try, 14.50. Dollar super, 30.30. 20-cent super, 6.06. $2 double of 5 and 1, 49.70. Second race, or finish from the top, 145263. That's 145263 in the bottom.
Hi, I'm Susie Kerwood. I train standardbred racehorses. I've been doing this for a few decades, and I'd love to talk about some of the products of the Omega Alpha that I use along the way. Respiratory, it really opens up their airways on them, clears them up. One other product that I actually really love for my horses is Healthy Horse. It has everything that you really need in the stressful situations when the horses are racing. It's a fantastic product to keep your horse healthy all season long.
Fans, note in race number 9, we have a driver change. On number 8, All-Star Goldie, it'll be Scott Calder. Race 9, 8, All-Star Goldie, Scott Calder. Field for the third on parade. One, Casual Guy. Lauren House for Cassidy Schneider and Colonel Schneider Jr. Number 2 is Muskie Man. Damian McClellan for Kyle Boston and Daryl Newbegin. Levi Kepfer. 3's Eternal Embrace. JB Renault for Julie Walker and Murray Ferguson Jr. For Sweet Emily T. Mark Etzel drives and trains for Lindsey Turner and Don Burnett. Number 5 is Don't Change My Name. Bruce Richardson for John Holding and Morley Bosworth. Number 6, DeGrasse Ain't Greener. Daryl Thiessen for Keith Jones and Doug McCarthy. And number 7, PC Chattahoochee. Jason Wright for Curtis Clements and Amy Clements. Field of 7 for race number 3. Let's get a look at this field. Number 4, Sweet Emily T. Last start at Mohawk, not particularly sweet. The one before it was pretty good, and look overall, Sweet Emily T. dropping in here. Well, the last time we saw this one here was August the 1st. Winner again, y'all, Sugar.
Yeah, and went first up in that one, and was a winner doing just a half length, but it was sub 2-minute speed there, right? Leaving from the center, not sure what we're going to see with early speed, but she's looking fantastic right here, right now. Horse players are in love with her early, even money.
You do see this one's got some closing foot. You see August the 14th at Mohawk came home in 27-3. I sometimes just like to see what's the quickest single quarter just to get a read sometimes on what is their top speed, and Sweet Emily T has a nice top speed. Mark Etzel, even money on the board.
I hear you there, and I'm looking at the page. As soon as you mentioned 27, I took a quick scan of the page. There's not another trotter on this page that shows 27 anywhere. You can look all day. You won't find it.
And Sweet Emily T is even money. How about number 5, Don't Change My Name? You use this 1 second, and Don't Change My Name has flashed a little bit. In fact, if you go back here in July, this one was good here and then kind of went other places. Look at the tour. After being here and having success, Clinton, Mohawk, Georgian, Mohawk, Sarnia. You know what? Time to come back here. That you loved it here.
Yeah, it's got a pretty good show in there. He's been first and third with some good early speed. I mean, Bruce is just kind of going to try to keep her calm, cool, and collected beforehand here. This daughter of Green Manalishi, a 3-year-old filly who wears what appears to be the fly screen, right? So she might be seeing things out there, and Bruce is just doing his best to keep her calm and cool. And if he can manage to do so, going in behind the gate and get her away nicely, I would love to see her racing up close. I think her best shot is to be sitting in the top 3 early.
I got a feeling this DeGrasse Ain't Greener is going to be really effective in here. Daryl Thiessen driving. You look further down the page, especially back into July. Back-to-back wins in maiden classes, and I think I've seen some nice stuff. And then Keith Jones, the trainer, turned this one over to Daryl at Sarnia in the Prospect Series last race to get a second. I think, look at that's a nice, big-looking Green Manalishi.
It's a great-looking trotter. I remember, I believe he was in London there for the London Classic Sale Series, and yeah, Daryl Thiessen might be a good fit for this one. This horse looks very good tonight. In fact, on looks alone, I'd make him a top 3 player all day.
Of course, the sunset makes him just look tremendous, too. Get that nice sunset going. PC Chattahoochee, this is one that, is 7 out of 12 in the top 3. You see some really good lines before the last 2 races. You even see this one with non-winners at 2 at Georgian Downs, second beaten ahead. So beware of the 7 has a shot.
100%. This horse is facing much easier tonight. Jason Ryan stays on to drive. We had this one in London through the month of May, and this horse was always finishing up strong. Just trying to find that form, and this might be the spot. I mean, this is a much easier spot for this daughter of Wheeling and Dylan gets the outside chance, and there is that gate speed factor to work with. Let's see Jason Ryan. Sender.
And I used a casual guy, but you do see breaks early in miles, but also you see a front end win at Sarnia August the 19th in and non-winners at 2. 20 to 1, might be worth a shot with casual guy. Has some gate speed on the inside.
Yeah, you mentioned Mark Etzel, good trot guy. I mentioned Tyler Borth. Well, Lauren House, another great set of trotting hands right here. So pretty good price on that one.
Field of 7, race number 3. They're in the backstretch, nearing the start. Field for the 3rd. All in position and casual guy, not casual, off stride. And they race their way out and driving towards the quarter. And dropping back also, Sweet Emily T is going to get away second last. But it is DeGrasse St. Greener wants to come on down and find the green grass on the lead. Then PC Chattahoochee on the outside. And Don't Change My Name. Those are the top 3. Then it's Eternal Embrace and Muskie Man. And Sweet Emily T is 6th. But right now, PC Chattahoochee wants to be on the engine, but temporarily, because DeGrasse St. Greener says, no, I want the lead. I'm going to come back around and grab it. And it is DeGrasse St. Greener and Daryl Thiessen coming on. Eternal Embrace went off stride, and also Muskie Man with a break in stride. So DeGrasse St. Greener is going to come on and grab the front. PC Chattahoochee. Then it is Don't Change My Name. And Sweet Emily T is having some problems and is racing 4th. The front 3 of separation on the field. 28-second opening quarter. And DeGrasse St. Greener leads PC Chattahoochee as they work their way on into the backstretch. And Don't Change My Name is positioned to 3rd. Halftime 57-4. And DeGrasse St. Greener and Daryl Thiessen looks rather unconcerned, is just a casual on the lead right now with a lead of a length and a half. But PC Chattahoochee is right there in the pocket, staying close. And now Don't Change My Name wants to change position, is driving on the outside and is 3rd, and now is sharing 2nd as they race their way up to 3/4, and now is 2nd and is in pursuit of DeGrasse St. Greener. And DeGrasse St. Greener 3/4, 127-4, 32nd third split. DeGrasse St. Greener, Don't Change My Name, PC Chattahoochee. Sweet Emily T is getting closer, but still has to make up about 3 lengths as the field turns for home. On down the stretch where they come. DeGrasse St. Greener, Don't Change My Name. Sweet Emily T is sent out wide, and it is DeGrasse St. Greener. DeGrasse St. Greener, as they come to the finish, is going to hold on and win. PC Chattahoochee, Don't Change My Name, and Sweet Emily T, 158-1. DeGrasse St. Greener, well, it couldn't be any greener than this 3rd dash for this one, because gets all the green, the winner's share. Daryl Thiessen, strong and confident drive with this one.
Yeah, and you were talking this one up pretty good earlier on tonight and prior to this race, Gary, and a pretty good priced winner here. The grass ain't greener, trotting to a new mark of 158-1. We said prior to the race on looks alone, he was worth a long look in there. So for me, 4, 5, 6, and 7 were all popping off the page, and it's the best possible way this could come in. The price players are the 6 and 7. They finished 1, 2.
And still alive in that pick 5, and you add another one that's at a bit of a price, so a 6-1. And yeah, I mean, the second race was the favorite, but now the first and third were all price horses. So, and that look, there's just that nice big stride. This is a big 3-year-old Green Manalishi, and
long and leggy, right? That's the Green Manalishi look.
Yeah, and I just thought that, he'd already shown at Georgian Downs that he could go with some tough ones. I mean, look, post 8, blasted out July the 22nd, parked early, went to the front, and then stayed and won at Georgian Downs, and also was competitive with some other companies. So I just think that the DeGrasse St. Greener, and then the other clue was that Keith turned this one over to Daryl in that Prospect Series at Sarnia, second there, and then Daryl stays aboard and gets the win here.
Love it. 3-time winner in the season here. Another product of a London Classic yearling sale. Lots of Green Manalishis going through the ring next month.
We're getting a we're doing a good job of advertising that classic sale.
Sure.
You're gonna have to ask for a little bump up there with them.
It's exciting time. It's sales season, man.
It's a 6754. Back in front of us is number 6, the Grassy and Greener 3-year-old Green Man Alicia Bay Gelding, owned by Doug McCarthy, trained by Keith Jones. Double barrel. Daryl Thiessen with the winning drive. Third win for Grassy and Greener this year and lifetime. Mile of 158-1. Third race, payout 6 to Grassy and Greener. $14, $6, $4. 7 PC Chattahoochee, 530 and 330, and 5 Don't Change My Name, 260. $2 Exactor, $55.90. Dollar Tribe, $94.55. Dollar Super, $328.65. 20 cent Super, $65.73. The third race, or her finish from the top, 765 4312. That's 765 4312 in the bottom.
Are you dreaming of a career with horses? The Ontario Equine Education and Employment Program is here to help. If you're an Ontario resident, you can take our free course and turn your passion into a profession. And employers can register for the program and receive wage subsidies, 50% for up to 18 weeks, or a maximum of $5,000. It's a win-win for job seekers and businesses alike. Ready to take the reins? Visit OntarioEquineEducation.com today and start your journey in the equine industry.
On parade for the fourth one is Baselitz, Damon McClellan for James Lee. Number 2, Vimy Ridge, Epona, Jason Ryan for Steve Lofgren and Paul Mazzetti. Number 3 is Delio, Anthony Hunt for Robert Kyle Fellows and Out of the Park Stable. Number 4 is Angel Shefford, Sammy Filia for Chantel Mitchell and J.D. Peltier in Clodamel. Number 5, Misty Vodka, J.P. Renault for Julie Walker and Gaston Bibo. And number 6, Bella Chica, Paul McKenzie for Corey German and Brenda German. Field of 6, race number 4. Let's get a look at this field. Well, another field of 2-year-old trotters. Back in the second race, the favorite was able to win, and we both like the 2 in here, but the favorite is the one Baselitz. Vimy Ridge Epona is one we both went to on top off of a 59-2 here. I think the speed compares very favorably.
Indeed. I like the showing. I wasn't expecting a lot of early speed, especially from the rail, from a 2-year-old trotter. So sitting 8th in the field, was able to pass half of the field through the final half and come on to take 4th. I really like the body language of this daughter of my MVP. We've seen Jason Ryan in the winner's circle already this evening, and he'll get a great shot to double up here. Number 2, Vimy Ridge Epona, 9-2 price player.
58-4 back half last time out, and certainly if she kicks in a little bit better. One thing she won't, I know for certain, I can say this with absolute certainty, she won't be 8th at the quarter.
Ha! Guaranteed.
Guaranteed. That's the.
Wish I could bet on that.
That's the Gary. Yeah, man, oh man, oh man. And Vimy, yeah, we love to make bets that are guaranteed. Vimy Ridge Epona, not guaranteed, but is our top pick, and we like that first start, but just needs to get off the gate a little bit more. Number 1, Baselitz, 6-5 is the one that Ken Middleton took on top here, and I think Conley did also. And but Damon McClellan and Baselitz has a shot. Had one start here, 3rd beaten the next, so certainly a race to build on.
Yeah, definitely. Was sitting 5th, 4 lengths behind at 3/4, so made up some ground and passed a few horses late to get that show dough. Damien McClellan on board for an owner-trainer, James Lee of Fergus, and daughter of Muscle Hill. There's a ton of inexperience in here, Gary. I could go any one of 6 in here. It should be that tight.
One thing to note, too, though, Vimy Ridge Epona's last start was September the 5th, a week ago, whereas Baselitz was 1 week further back, so about 2 weeks, August the 29th. I do kind of like that more recent, just maybe that the horse is a little fresher, ready to rock and roll, little tighter maybe is the right phrase to say. Vimy Ridge Epona, I like that 7 days coming back. Seems to be ideal.
Rotation, yeah.
Now, maybe with 2-year-olds, as you're just starting them out, that's not as big a deal. You might want a little more time just to be developing them. We'll see. 6-5, the Baselitz. I don't like a heavy favorite in any of these 2-year-old maiden trots, although that's what happened in the second. The favorite won. Number 6, Bella Chica, is one that you look at that one start at Georgian in the Prospect Series, finishing 2nd, August the 26th. That's the only start that Paul McKenzie drove, and he's back aboard here.
Yeah, he done all right with this one over Georgia Downs. Was on top by like 10 lengths and a half, just a little soft in the late going to stall and finish 2nd in there. Yet to hit the winner's circle, but tonight could be the night. One of the more experienced of these, and a pretty honest trotter. There's just that one line where it does show race over Dresden.
That mile, August the 26th, suffered interference past the quarter, was parked to go into the quarter to try to get to the lead, got some interference. In front by 10 when you get to the half and 101 and 3. What were the rest of the field doing? Did they go get a burger or something?
I don't know, but someone trotted a huge back half to get the victory in there.
Yeah, but just amazing. But look, you'll see some strange lines with young 2-year-old trotters just because
100%.
they're just trying to figure out, what are we doing here? What Hey, you tell me, what's the plan? I don't know. And number 5, Misty Vodka, comes in with a start at Mohawk September the 2nd, made a break there, qualified, and you see little bits of speed, but then you see X's on the dance card as well.
Right, there's half mile experience, 5/8 mile at Georgian, was at the big track of Woodbine Mohawk Park. Well, it's going to be the Grand River Raceway debut here for this daughter of my MVP. Kind of a tall filly here, Misty Vodka.
That start at Georgian actually was racing well before making a break. Misty Vodka actually looked to be involved and then made that break, and it wasn't really a factor. And Julie Walker's had some decent numbers the last couple of years, JB Renault driving. But the money did come to Basel at 7-5, but we both went to Vimy Ridge Epona. I like my 5-1 in a shot here, maybe to keep that pick 5 ticket alive. With I got 3 though. I got half the field, 2, 1, and 6, and then singled up in the 5th.
I'm going to give you a beware horse right now, just because it's coming to me. Chantel Mitchell, Sammy Filion have been teaming up on a regular basis with winners. Now, this is a first-time starter, a longest shot on the board, number 4, Angel Shefford, the beware angle right here.
Took a bunch of early money. I noticed that early on, and now has a up. It's a field of 6. Baselitz, Vimy Ridge Epona, center, D.A. Adelio, Angel Shefford, outside Misty Vodka and Bella Chica. They're moving in, approaching the start. And the field for the 4th race is at the start of the rough, and Misty Vodka is going to drive out quickly and is establishing the lead. Vimy Ridge Epona is also out well. Vimy Ridge Epona is out on the back of Misty Vodka. There goes Bella Chica and Paul McKenzie on the outside. Then Angel Shefford and Baselitz and D.A. Adelio is way back. Bella Chica and Paul McKenzie. A strong and confident drive early. Vimy Ridge Epona went off stride. Bella Chica is 5-1 and has come on to get the lead from Misty Vodka. Then racing third is Angel Shefford, and then Baselitz as they race off the turn and they roll on towards us. Bella Chica and Paul McKenzie cruising right now and has the lead. Bella Chica is in front right now by about 2 1/4 lengths, and then Misty Vodka second. Angel Shefford is third and is about 3 1/2 lengths from the front, and then it is Baselitz as they race their way on into the backstretch off a 30 opening quarter and a halftime for Bella Chica. In 101-1, Bella Chica is leading now and is in front right now by about 3 or 4 lengths. Bella Chica is racing strongly on top, leads by 4 or 5 now. Misty Vodka, Angel Shefford, and Baselitz. Bella Chica is strong, leads by about 5 over Misty Vodka. Angel Shefford, Baselitz, and 3/4 up next for Bella Chica. And Paul McKenzie is just a passenger at this point. 1:30-2, and the field is about to turn for him, and Bella Chica is looking to bottom out the field. Needs to just stay flat now. Leads Misty Vodka, Baselitz, and then Angel Shefford. Bella Chica as they come on down the stretch, and Paul McKenzie can put down the landing gear because this one is home. It is Bella Chica crushing the field, Misty Vodka, and then Baselitz, and finishing 4th, Angel Shefford. 1:59-2. And, Sugar, that line from Georgian Downs in front by 10, that one time that Paul McKenzie drove this horse, he said, give me another shot. I know what to do with this one.
Wow, nice trip. Back half in there. 58-1 was 29-1 through the third and 29 flat on the end. And no shot that we're going to get to this one. Daughter of Looks Like a Chippendale. And here's where the experience factor pops up. Both the 5 and 6 with a half dozen starts apiece, and the other 4 with a half dozen starts between them all. So the experience, 6 and 5, finishing 1-2 there.
Interesting, too, she made a break in her first career start, and then since then has stayed flat in every single start. In fact, even suffered interference 2 starts ago, as well as 3 starts ago, and it didn't matter. So, Paul, this one looked pretty smooth and strong, and there's this one just striding home. Definitely not one that looks like there's going to be any concern about going off stride right there.
Oh, she's pretty honest, right? I mean, I liked her to start where Trevor Henry had driven her at Grand River Raceway back on August 6th, though she did get a parking ticket in there. Still managed to trot him on 202 on that day. I mean, it was first up forever in that one. So anytime I see a horse park throughout, especially first up, you have to take 2 seconds off. So really a 2 minute mile there, and well meant winner this evening at a price
Twice tonight.
5 to 1.
Yeah. Twice tonight
Yeah,
we've seen the trainer drive the horse before the start that they win this evening. Opts off and gets back to a catch driver and then gets the win.
right on. Yeah, and doesn't she look great coming back to the winner's circle? I mean, she's kind of full of herself this evening.
Should be. Earned the right. I'm big stuff.
Yeah.
It's a 6-5-1 for Bella Chica. And a 2-year-old looks like a Chippendale Bay filly, owned by Brenda and Corey German. Corey German, the trainer. The driving double for Paul McKenzie. First win for Bella Chica. Mile of 159 and 2. The fourth race payout, 6 Bella Chica. $13.50, $673. 5 Misty Vodka. $683.10. 1 Baselitz, $2.10. $2 exact or $85.30. Dollar try, $104.60. Dollar super, $528.20. 20-cent super, $105.64. Fourth race, or finish from the top. 356421. That's 356421 on the bottom.
Winbank Farm graduates have earned close to $465 million and have won nearly 50,000 times, selling yearlings eligible to Delaware, Indiana, Kentucky, New Jersey, New York, Ohio, Ontario, and Pennsylvania, producing yearlings from outstanding sires including American Ideal, Bettor's Delight, Cattle Wash, Courtly Choice, Father Patrick, and the Great McWicked. For more information, winbackfarm.com.
Field on post parade for the fifth one is Stonebridge Glee, Daryl Thiessen for Jacob Roberts and Russ Ellis. Number 2 is Eurobank Hanover, Sam Fillion for Luke Blay and Determination. Number 3, PC Peterbilt, Jason Ryan for Peter Clements. Number 4 is Eartha K, Bruce Richards for Steve Bossenson, Derek Reed, and Richard Thompson. Number 5 is Marie H, Damian McClellan for Kyle Bossenson, Fred Niclario, and Daryl Newbegin. Number 6 is Masterwork Austin Story for Jeff McGuire and Sean Allaire and Gino Bilodeau and Anne-Marie Demers and GT Stables. Number 7, Macedonia, Anthony Hunt for Dale Fritz and Edward Aitchison. And number 8 is Uncle Douglas, Mark Hetzel drives and trains for Jeffrey Leafso and Paul Burbrick. It's a field of 8. The 9 is out. Let's get a look at this field, and right away we'll take a look at number 2, Eurobank Hanover, Sammy Filyaw for Luke Blay, my single in the pick 5 that's still alive, and 4 to 5 on the board.
Well, I'll tell you what. I think to play along with your early pick 5, it wasn't going to cost people a whole lot of money. And should the 2 happen to win this race, $351 returning on a 20-cent wager. Number 2, Eurobank Hanover, the clear-cut favorite to complete the multi-leg wagers here this evening, Gary.
Yeah, and should be the logical favorite, although now wished I'd have spent one more ticket with Stonebridge Glee, but nonetheless, riding along with Eurobank Hanover is not a terrible place to be because Sammy's going to be putting this one in play, I think, although you see him winning from off the pace, but from post 2, likely to get playing early.
This would be for 4 in a row. If Eurobank Hanover gets there tonight, we mentioned $351 returning on a 20-cent pick 5 play. The one, Stonebridge Glee, $949 on the 20-center. And then the only other 2 that are live and in play on the end of the pick 5 are the 4 and 5, coming back at over $5,000 on a 20-cent ticket. Horses 3, 6, 7, and 8 would force a carryover.
Let me write that down, 3, 6, 7, and 8. I meant to look, but then I was busy doing other research.
I got some time in between, so no problem.
I was researching the Blue Jays game. I got to be honest. Eurobank Hanover is. I just think it's
love
the right
the Jays in 30.
Yeah. Oh no. You know what? I love watching also the NFL on DAZN where they have the game in 40.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Just straight to the action. Nothing but action.
Yeah.
It's like having a hamburger with no bun. Just give me the burger. But Eurobank Hanover, I think, is the one here. One Stonebridge Glee. How much do I have to be concerned?
I think you got to be concerned if the one works out the pocket ride. I mean, there's not a whole lot of early speed to work with, but I remember last week saying Stonebridge Glee, if he'd have been sitting on the back of Eurobank Hanover, he would have tested him pretty good through the stress drive. So if the lineup happens to be 2 and 1 early, Gary, look out.
I'll tell you one thing. When you look at Eartha K, the connections Steve Boston's is saying, you guys are talking about the 2 and 1. You might want to talk about my filly because my filly's been in the top 3, 9 out of 12, and back-to-back wins at Mohawk before that last race.
She does have a great record. Daughter of Muscle Mass here. Coming into the Prospect Series at both Sarnia and Woodbine Mohawk Park. And Bruce has got her down in here through the safety lane, just minding her manners, staying calm, cool, and collected. Bruce does a fine job racing horses here at the river. Does like to put them in play. Again, I'm not sure what we're going to see for early speed from Eartha K. But she is always in the hunt. Like you said, 9 for 12, top 3.
Number 6, Masterwork crushed a field here August the 8th. Went to the front from post 7 and then just said bye-bye. But since then, the form went bye-bye because back-to-back breaks in stride and then a qualifier at Mohawk.
Yeah, right. 2 breaks put you on the qualifying list. Ton of talent. Austin Surrey, catch driving for trainer JF McGuire, just trying to right the ship here. If he happens to win, like I said, it would force a pick 5 carryover into Monday evening. Hey, big shout out. Paul McKenzie, 2 for 2 on the evening, and he's going home.
Yeah, well, why not? You got your work done early. Hey, quick thought
Yeah.
on PC Peterbilt, because this is one that's won 4 out of 11 this year, and trailer post last race now gets a better post.
Well, another one with a pretty good record, right? 6 for 11, top 3. 4 of those are wins. 55 and change over Grand River Raceway. And Jason Ryan, right? A must play for this super high five opportunity.
If I get Eurobank Hanover in front here at the finish, I'm going home with Paul. Paul, hold on a second. I'm going with you. Sugar can call the last half of the car. It's Stonebridge Glee, Eurobank Hanover, PC Peterbilt on the inside, Eartha K, and Marie H, and the outside, Masterwork Macedonia and Uncle Douglas in the second tier, Northern Drifter. Field for race number 5. Into the backstretch, and Eurobank Hanover is having some problems and went off stride. They're at the start and they're off, and on the outside, Macedonia drives out, and now PC Peterbilt with a break in stride, and now it is Marie H who's got the lead. Macedonia is racing position second, then Eartha K and Stonebridge Glee, Masterwork and Uncle Douglas, and it is Marie H who's got the lead as they race up towards that opening quarter. Marie H is on top and leads it by about 2 1/4 right now as the field works their way on towards and past that opening quarter in 28 seconds. Marie H at 17-1. Macedonia at 50-1. And Eartha K is racing third at 12-1. Then it is Stonebridge Glee. And then for the back, Masterwork and Uncle Douglas. And well, off a quarter of 28, they head up towards the half. Marie H and Damien McClellan leads it. Macedonia, heavy long shot, is right there in the hunt, and right now is traveling second. Stonebridge Glee on the outside, and Eartha K, then Masterwork and Uncle Douglas. On past the half they go. Marie H right now leads in search of the win, looking for the W, leads by about 2 1/4. Stonebridge Glee on the outside, trying to grind up closer. Macedonia, then Masterwork is situated second over. Eartha K is fifth on the inside, and Uncle Douglas is racing sixth as the field turns their way on towards that final turn. On by 3/4, 126 and 3, and it is Marie H and Damien McClellan still looking strong on the lead. Macedonia long shot is still second. Masterwork on the outside, and Stonebridge Glee. And now it is Marie H trying to get home. Masterwork on the outside is driving as they come on down the stretch drive in Macedonia. But it is Marie H. Marie H is going to get the W. It's Marie W. Marie H wins it, and then Masterwork and Macedonia stayed for third. Then Eartha K and Stonebridge Glee won 56 and 2. The mile time, and Marie H victorious. And, well, the high five is going to be pretty outstanding. The inquiry sign is up pertaining to the start, and number 2, Eurobank Hanover.
Well, you're going to have a pick 5 return of over $5,000 on a 20-cent wager. And I don't think there's any shot this winning combination would be sold for the high five. I mean, that heavy favorite is out of it. And the next choice, Stonebridge Glee, in there is finishing fifth. Big bombs in the front 4 of this high five. So I could not see this winning combination being sold.
Yeah, that's logical. And by the way, the inquiry also pertains to 7 Macedonia and a possible pylon violation. So also hold on to those tickets, because Macedonia, who's that big long shot, also there is some question about pylon. So we'll have to check that. But certainly stayed game, got a trip. And but look, Marie H, this is one that was a winner only 2 back at Sarnia, and then last race just really wasn't that great here. But you only had to go 2 back to find this one with enough ability to win. Got to win 2 back.
Well, this is it. I mean, we got talking about the 2, we got talking about the 1, and that's when you mentioned, hey, What about the 4, Eartha K for trainer Steve Bossens? What a record. 9 for 12. Well, 12 to 1 upset. And again, I've got it over $5,100 on the pick five coming back on a 20-cent wager. Incredible here. And there was never any doubt when she made front, it was over. Went along unchallenged throughout.
Yeah, and Damien looks really happy. Come on, man,
He's a,
smile.
he's a serious boy.
Well, I see it. And you know what? He's got
I,
that seriousness is working for him, so maybe don't change anything. It's a 5, 6, 7, 4, 1 on the board. The inquiry pertains to 7 Macedonia. And a 5 Marie H., driven to victory by Damian McClellan. And Marie H., 3-year-old My MVP Bay filly, owned by Fred Niclerio and Daryl Newbegin and Kyle Bostons. Kyle's also the trainer. Damian McClellan, the winning driver, 4th win for Marie H. Might have won 56-2. Fans note the judges ruling that 7 Macedonia, who finished 3rd, did go inside of 2 consecutive pylons and was lapped on by 4 Eartha K. 7 Macedonia, who finished 3rd, will be placed back to 4th, and 4 Eartha K moved up. The new top 5 will be 5, 6, 4, 7, 1. Fifth race, payouts 5 Marie H. 3610, 1280, 686. Masterwork 776.60 for Eartha K 680. $2 exactor 223.90. Dollar try 597.80. High five carryover of 2,754.41. 20-cent pick 3, 558.74. 20-cent pick 4, 1,973.56. 20-cent pick 5, 5,107.91. We're going to need a bigger boat. Fifth race, order of finish from the top. 587, 4 place 3, 1, 2, 3 place 4, 6. Scratch on the bottom.
Hi, I'm Susie Kerwood. I train standardbred racehorses. I've been doing this for a few decades, and I'd love to talk about some of the products of the Omega Alpha that I use along the way. Respiratory, it really opens up their airways on them, and clears them up. One other product that I actually really love for my horses is Healthy Horse. It has everything that you really need in the stressful situations when the horses are racing. It's a fantastic product to keep your horse healthy all season long.
Alrighty, folks. Wow, what prices, hey? Uh, Over $5,000 returning on a 20-cent pick five play. So well done to the one and only winner. There was a pool scoop, right? Winners were 7-1, 3-5, 6-1, 5-1, on to a 17-1 long shot winner there in the fifth. Again, one person scooping the pick five pool, over 5,000 return on a 20-cent wager. So we've got high five carryover in play for the finale. It's a great race for the high five carryover. It's a pop-up series final. Trotters, Royalty Beer, Cadillac Moon, Eden on the Hill, all featured in there. Driver for 8 will be Scott Coulter in race 9, the carryover finale. $2,754 added to that non-jackpot high five play. If you're playing harness in North America tonight, folks, you want to get in on that race 9 non-jackpot high five carryover play. Again, Scott Coulter to drive the 8. Without further ado, let's get in. Let's dive in to some late pick 4 ticket ideas here at the River. I'm going 2 deep the opening leg. Race 6, Miss Universe, Angel Mistress. We're 3 deep in race 7. Back to 2 deep in race number 8 with one of my favorites here at the River, Chip Happened for Team McKay. Barzy is another one, my plan B in race 8. And then we're going to go 3 deep in the 9th. Royalty Beer, Cadillac Moon, Eden on the Hill. I think it's those 3 you want to focus on for the final leg of the pick 4 and for that now non-jackpot high five carryover finale. $7.20. I'm in to go for this late pick 4 at the River. Gary Guy, his best go. What does Gary have? A couple of singles. Singles up the 4, Miss Universe here. He's on the 2 and 4, Insanity. And yes, in race 7, back to a single race 8 with Chip Happened. Oh, Gary likes him too. And the 9th race for Gary is top selection, and there's 7, Eden on the Hill. He will also include 2 and 6 in the final leg of the pick 4, $1.20. Play it for $1 base on the pick 4. It costs you $6 even. One more ticket to look at. Friend of the show, Connolly Ecclestone. What does Connolly have mapped out for this late pick 4 at the River? No singles for Connolly. He's on 1 and 6 to start things up. Tricky, Trish, Angel Mistress. 3 deep in the 7th. Connolly 2 deep in the 8th. And in the finale, we're all using 2, 6, and 7, though Connolly will add in the 8 All-Star Goldie again, now being driven by Scott Coulter. Race number 9, the non-jackpot high five carryover in play. Plenty of time to map out your race 9 high five tickets. $9.60 on this 20-cent wager for the late pick 4 if you're playing along with Connolly. Best of luck to all in the late going here at Grand River Raceway.
field for the 6th race on parade. One is Tricky Trish, Sammy Filia for Rick Zeron at Hut Racing. Number 2 is Candy Spot, Xavier Renault for Marie-Eve Robitaille and Orlando Stables. Number 3 is Muscle Spasm, Mark Etzel for Graham Hopkins and Peter Porter and Grant Turner. Number 4 is Miss Universe, Jason Ryan for Chantel Mitchell and Flo Goslin and Mitchell DiCenzo. 5 is Abby's Metal Austin Sorry for Rick Zeron at Hut Racing. Note that number 6, Angel Mistress, Anthony Hahn from Meg Crone and Quick Haven Farms. The 6th race, the Friends Trot. The Friends group will be out in the winner's circle after this race. And, well, maybe they'll be out with Miss Universe, our top one. And, well, Sugar, I'm still here. I said I'd leave if I got that pick 5 down. But, boy, that went down the drain quickly with Eurobank Hanover going off stride.
Oh, boy. Yeah, a lot of tickets went down the tubes, and even all of the high fives, right?
Yeah, just
no winning combination sold, of course.
Carryover.
I mean, when the 2-horse blew up, yeah, carryover, big carryover, almost $3,000. And I mentioned, if folks are playing harness racing in North America tonight, it's a wonderful race. I mean, it's a pop-up series final with some very nice trotters featured. And there is one driver change. Scott Coulter now picks up the 8 in race 9, the carryover finale.
Well, and if you're going to play a pick 4, you got to start out, I think, with Miss Universe.
She's all right. Gate to wire wins in each of her last 2 at the river. Jason Ryan catch driving as Sammy Filion opts for number 1, Tricky Trish. Sammy's been on Miss Universe in each of those latest 2 victories, but Jason Ryan has no trouble picking up this live mount.
Yeah, and that's why I went to Tricky Trish as my second choice in your third one. But Miss Universe, I mean, just looked really well in hand each of the last couple as the betting favorite. Anticipated being the favorite. Jason Ryan, Chantel Mitchell. This should be a strong team here. And this one just might blast to the front and be too tough to get. You get a field of 6. I also believe it's easier to wire a field with a smaller field because nobody wants to kind of get shacing you. They kind of stay in a little bit longer. Number 6, Angel.
Right on the bit too,
and
Gary.
she looks fired up and looked really solid in a tent, 2 ears up. Angel Mistress, Anthony on for Meg Crone. This one was a winner here last time out as well, though.
Yeah, great form, and that was the victory last time out when racing 3rd time for trainer Meg Crone, her partner Anthony Hahn in the sulky, and this daughter of the bank, kind of high on herself. She's put together well, looks great out there.
Yeah, pretty shined up. And look, the other thing, too, is 1 in 58-1 here last time out, September the 5th,
Yeah.
and whereas Miss Universe, the win is a week earlier, August the 29th, in 59-2, and then the start before at 59. So there's some reasons why you could get to Angel Mistress. And look, they're both sitting at 2-1. Those are your top 2. And yet Tricky Trish, the one that Sammy Filia has opted to, your third choice. My second one is a slight favorite at 9-5. Boy, those 3, the money is bouncing very evenly between those 3. Tricky Trish.
Yeah, they are pretty much co-favorites all around. I'd be heavy on the exacta box 4 and 6 all day long. I think that's got to be the lineup in here. Though Tricky Trish appears to be a player, going out for trainer Rick Zeron for Hut Racing Stable of Pennsylvania. You don't see it often. A driver winning a couple of races on a young horse and then booking off to go towards another one that is just got the one victory this season over Kawartha Downs, though that was in 156-4. Does show 57 speed throughout the program lines. Tricky Trish could be the one, but I just don't see the gate speed for her like I do with the 4 and 6, and that's why I'd be leaning towards boxing up 4 and 6 on the exactor.
Well, the one thing is, Sammy will know more about this horse than we do because he drove this one twice and drove this one here in the Prospect Series third in 58 and 3. Also, that August 19th line where this one made a break, that's that line where the card got canceled later as the track fell apart.
Sure.
And by that point, that's in the middle of the card. It was getting pretty off, so I think you can give her a pass. She just didn't like that track at all. And then that other one, the July the 5th, the break, Sammy drove this one, made an early break, and yet still recovered to finish second. So Sammy's put his bet down 2-1. Number 2.
He looks really good, too. Another one that's right on the bit, Gary.
Yeah, those two are getting those three, the 1, 4, and 6, get all the action.
Yes.
But Candy Spot, look, how can you not take a little bit of candy here?
Oh, myself for sure, right? I mean, I'm sitting here and I'm staring at a Rice Krispie square. I've been staring at it for an hour, but I've left it alone, right? But now that Candy Spot is in to go, I think I might have to tackle it.
I'd leave it alone for about 20 seconds. Candy Spot is one that, got a pocket ride last race, grabbed the lead, and just got beaten at the finish. Certainly needs to go a little bit more, but that was a very competitive mile. That was the first top 3 mile for Candy Spot, so going in the right direction. They're all going in the right direction right now because they're in behind the gate and moving into position. We'll see if Sammy can time the gate with Tricky Trish. It is that field of 6 towards the start. Field for the 6th race is at the start of the rough, and Miss Universe with Angel Mistress, the first couple to leave out. Then Candy Spot. Then Tricky Trish on the inside, Muscle Spasm on the outside. And then it is back to the trailer, Abby's Medal. But Angel Mistress, even money on the board. Now Miss Universe wants to orbit up and grab the lead. Miss Universe, as they race their way on up to the opening quarter, is going to grab the lead. And there goes Tricky Trish, who got away well back and then is quickly moving up on the outside now. And right now, as the field comes off the turn off a 28-1 opening quarter, it's Miss Universe. Now Tricky Trish is driving hard, and Tricky Trish wants to come on quickly. The plugs are out and wants to try to drive to the front and hopefully clear before the turn. Tricky Trish was able to clear. Miss Universe is second. Angel Mistress, and then Candy Spot is racing position 4th. Then it is back further to Muscle Spasm and Abby's Medal, but Tricky Trish 9-5 on the board's got the lead. Miss Universe is racing second. Angel Mistress third. And Candy Spot 56-4 halftime. And the field heads on towards the 3/4 mile marker. Tricky Trish and Miss Universe, the top 2, with Angel Mistress third. And then racing 4th, Candy Spot. And then it is Abby's Medal and Muscle Spasm. Tricky Trish takes them on by 3/4 and leads by that station by about length and 3/4. 3/4 127. And Tricky Trish, no urging right now. Miss Universe is racing second. Angel Mistress drops back a little bit, so it's down to 2 right now. Tricky Trish and Miss Universe as the field turns for home. Tricky Trish, Miss Universe, they're going to throw down and settle things in a stretched ride. Tricky Trish on the inside. Now get some tapping as they come on to the finish. Tricky Trish chasing his Miss Universe, but Tricky Trish is sharp all the way to the finish. And Tricky Trish, then Miss Universe. Muscle Spasm came on to get third, and Abby's Medal 4th, 158-1. Sammy Filia, I guess you can say Sammy kind of knew.
You would put it hashtag Sammy knows. I mean, he booked off the 4 off of 2 straight victories, and he goes to one that he knew well. Trish made the winning move, following up a hot quarter, 28-1. I saw the happen 56-4 and thought to myself, is this filly going to have enough to continue on with it? Sure, she did. 158-1 winner, holding off the 4, Miss Universe on the line.
And, pretty honest effort because had to kind of come up and do a little work to grab the lead, but it was able to clear just before the turn. And also, we talk about Sammy timing the gate, but this one he actually wanted to be a little careful, so he just kind of laid back early, but then he made his move fairly quickly so that he could grab the lead, but still didn't fly off the gate with these. This is a young trotter, so he used this one. Now, 17 starts, so she's got some experience.
Smart drive. He knows her well, right? One of the starts that he did drive her at Quarta Down, she made a break early. So as you mentioned, just using some patience off the wings of the starting gate, but she got grabby around that opening turn. Sammy knew he had to try to make something happen. I mean, if he would have grabbed into her really good, she might have rolled off stride. So he decided to send her out and go down to the half in 56-4, and pretty much goes all the way there to win in 58-1. Nice victory, and that's a pretty good exactor for those two. I think it comes back at about $19.
Yeah, and also, if you look, this is one that's been racing in the Prospect Series where, both the
Yeah.
4 and 6 were racing maiden class the last few starts. So I think that is that difference of what Tricky Trish has been facing, why the record's not that strong. But, it's a little stronger now with a win. It's a 1-4-3-5 in Tricky Trish and Sammy Fillion. 3-year-old Trixton Bay Fillion by Hut Racing, trained by Rick Ziron. Second win this year and lifetime for Tricky Trish and the Friends group. The Friends have gotten together on a Friday night at the river, and they're out trackside celebrating with Sammy Fillion and Tricky Trish. Fans note the inquiry sound will go up pertaining to possible pylon violation by 3 muscle spasm coming to the half. Fans, the judges ruling that number 3, Muscle Spasm, who finished third, will be placed back to 6th for going inside of 4 consecutive pylons. Note that 3, Muscle Spasm, third placed 6th. The 6th race. Payouts 1, Tricky Trish. $5.90, $2.90, $2.40. 4, Miss Universe, $3.90, $3.10. 5, Abby's Medal, $6.10. $2 exact, $18.70. $1 try, $47.15. $1 super, $80.20. 20 cents super, $16.04. Sixth race order finish from the top is a 1, 6 place 5, 3 place 6, 2, 4 place 3, and 5 place 4. Once again from the top down after the placing. 1, 5, 6, 2, 3, 4.
I'm Natasha Day. I train and drive harness racing horses at London, Ontario. These are my main products that I use in my racehorse barn that are all Omega Alpha, the Biotic 8, the Immune Plus, the Anti-Flam, which is great for the horses after they've had a hard day racing. The Biotic 8, I swear by it. Get all the dapples out, gets the old coat out, gets everything pumping and moving and makes the shine really come out.
Field for the 7th on parade. 1, Lockdown Romeo, Bruce Richardson for John Holding and Morley Bosworth. Number 2, Insanity, Jason Ryan for Ben Hollingsworth and Michael Goldberg. Number 3, Downstairs Party, Lauren House for Cassidy Schneider and Colonel Schneider Jr. Number 4 is Yes, Jay Harris for Jason McGinnis and Cynthia Acton. Number 5, Villafranche, it's Nick Boyd for Mark Goddard and Howard Kaufman, Bryn Mawr, Joshua Kaufman. Number 6 is T. Woodley, Sammy Filia for Jacob Roberts and Triple S Equine. Number 7, Maid of Magic, Daryl Thiessen for Dean Wall. And number 8, The Fixer, Austin Sorry for David Fry. Field of 8 for race number 7, the 7th dash, the Cambridge Toyota Patio Party Trot. Also the Pop-Up Series Consolation. And let's get a look at this field. And, well, there's going to be a pretty balanced bunch in here. But we both like Insanity. And I don't think we're crazy at all. 9-2 on the board. Now, well, we probably are crazy, but not in this particular instance, Sugar.
Always like going back to a horse that loves the front end when he's had a trailing spot. He's got trailing spots in 2 of his last 4 outings. In between those, he's finishing 2nd and 3rd when his nose is on gate. I think he's going to be fresh and ready to pop right off the wings here for Jason Ryan. I think it's career win number 25 coming right up.
Well, when you look at that start from post 8 blasting to the front and just getting caught at the end by a valuable miss, that was a really great effort. And also Insanity has back class. I've seen some nice miles by this horse against a tougher than what he's facing in here. I think he jumps off the page to me. 3-1. I like that. Number 8, The Fixer. Well, if you want to talk about back class, this one has back class now. Starting to get a little older and maybe slowing down a notch or two, but still certainly looked 2 back, was in a preferred at Kawartha, and was 3rd there, beaten 3. And the form before that, those were some decent horses up at Georgian Downs in those condition classes, and was very competitive there. So the Fixer, yeah, maybe he's lost a step from his heyday, but still, despite post 8, I think he belongs in here.
Oh, same. I've got him pegged as a top 2 player. You know, he's 6 for 12 this season with just a single win, but always a great check getter. And I don't mind the outside post 8 because there is some gate speed to work with. There's a few levers towards the center of the gate. You've got Yes, you've got Insanity towards the inside, but the Fixer, I think, can find a spot maybe in the front 4.
And one that I want to get to next is number 1, Lockdown Romeo. Thou Art Racing better right now. Was 2nd last time. I've got a pocket trip from post 5. There's Bruce on the inside, but Lockdown Romeo looking attentive, ears up. Want to hear what Sugar has to say about him.
Well, another one that Bruce is, just checking the manners and keeping this one calm prior to the start. His best chance, of course, is to get away cleanly and find a spot up close. I mean, don't blast him on out of there, but leave enough to keep yourself warm.
Now, this is one that I wouldn't be using on top because 1 win in 62 starts,
right,
but has been good of late, and it has been one that's been making the top 3 of late. And you do see this is one that's been certainly more competitive, so belongs somewhere on your ticket after some of the ones we mentioned. But I think Lockdown Romeo certainly can be a factor. Number 7, Maid of Magic. Well, post position 8, I think I know what I'm going to make of that start. I'm just going to take my pen and just go, and just scrape it off the page. And then go back to the one that's just before that. This is one that raced very well, just 3 starts before that, 3 consecutive top 3s, Maid of Magic. I'm giving a pass on the last race and thinking this one might be fine.
Yeah, I'm giving this one a big pass. I mean, he's a really nice trotter. 5-year-old son of Looks Like a Chippendale, 3-time winner this season. I mean, this horse can leave like a rocket ship on his best day. And look who's sitting behind him, right? A guy that loves to show speed from the outside gates at the Grand River Raceway. I'm looking for a big trip from this one. Upset factor is right here, number 7, Made of Magic.
The one I want to get to next is one that you said no to, but I said yes to, all the way up to second. Number 4, yes.
Well, with yes, just went a little too much. Got very ambitious, right, in the early going last time out, and had nothing left for the rest of it. So obviously, you'd be thinking this horse will need a helmet to follow this evening. Maybe a spot in the Superfecta, but off that latest effort, home in 33 and change, I think it's got to be a tidy trip for this one. I mean, follow a helmet for as long as you can.
I think this is a super classy horse. I'm just saying that last race, the pace scenario was too strong for him, but
Right.
he's got so much back class. He's been a good earner this year, last year still. I don't think the wheels are off on yes. I'm saying yes
he's
to
solid.
yes. I used him for second, and I'm not crazy. He might beat Insanity. Insanity is my
Well,
top one, but yes is right there with him for me.
I'm going to put a big GG and a check mark to
But-
the lines of number 4, yes, and hope for the best.
There you go. Well, I'm saying yes. It's a field of 8, race number 7. We both like Insanity. We're crazy for that one, and so are the fans. 2-1. Field of 8 for the 7th dash. Field for the 7th race is at the start of the rough, and Made of Magic is going to get out. Insanity also leaving Yes and Villefranche, and then it is Lockdown Romeo. Now the Fixer is third from last, then it is T. Woodley, and Downstairs Party has yet to party, is trailing the field, and now Insanity is driving on, and Insanity is moving crazy well, and is going to drive on and grab the lead. Made of Magic second, Lockdown Romeo, thou art racing third right now, in front of Yes as they race off the turn. Then it is Villefranche, and back to the Fixer as the field is fixing to move on up towards the half, and the trailing pair, T. Woodley, Downstairs Party, off a 27-3 opening quarter. They roll their way up towards the half. Insanity and Jason Ryan's got the lead. Made of Magic and Daryl Thiessen is second. Lockdown Romeo third. Now Yes has moved off the pylons and is coming first up, has taken over third. The Fixer follows Yes on the outside. Halftime 57-3. Insanity and Jay Harris. Jason Ryan has the lead, racing second, Made of Magic, and then Yes and Jay Harris to the outside third. Lockdown Romeo's racing position fourth, and then the Fixer, and then it is back to Villefranche on the inside. To the outside is T. Woodley, and then it is Downstairs Party, but Insanity 3-2 on the board has the lead. Insanity, Yes inching forward on the outside. 3/4, 126-3. Made of Magic on the inside has been getting a nice trip as they race their way towards the top of the stretch, but it is still Insanity. Insanity, Made of Magic, and Yes into the outside. The Fixer, Lockdown Romeo and T. Woodley on down the stretch where they come. Insanity and Jason Ryan. Insanity is strong coming to the finish. Insanity, the Fixer, is going to drive up on the outside and pick up second. Then Made of Magic and Yes. 156-2. Insanity was insanely good.
I love that horse. And again, I love when a front end type horse, when a front man draws his nose back on gate after leaving from the trailing spot. I mean, this race had his name written all over it, Gary.
Yeah, and actually you also got that closing exactor because the 8 comes flying late, the Fixer, and was able to come on and pick up a second. And, raced really well. Made of Magic was really strong, was battling all the way to the finish. Gave up that one spot to the Fixer, but Made of Magic certainly one to watch as well now.
Exactly. We called him a rocket ship, right? And it's exactly what he did right off the car. He exploded and went right to the top. And, of course, he wasn't going to tussle with the front man Insanity. So a decent third, a bit of a confidence boost there for Made of Magic. Very nice trotter for Dino Wall. Yeah.
And then you said no to the 4-horse, but I said yes, and, rounded out the ticket. Battled hard.
Yeah, And it might come back okay for the superfecta, right? So the 4 and 7 are pretty good price players in there.
Yeah, the 4 at 6 to 1. And Made of Magic, I think we're going to hear some more. That was a nice bounce back performance. Last race, post 8, I said I could just ignore that particular last line and come right back to him. And Daryl gave this one a good effort. But I don't think they were beating Insanity, and we weren't crazy. Neither were the fans. This one was crazy good tonight.
Yeah, Jason Ryan, another multiple driving win night at the river. Did a fine job with Insanity. If you're the best, put him on top.
Back in front of us is number 2, Insanity. 7-year-old muscle mass bay gelding by Mike Goldberg of Toronto, Ben Hollingsworth, the trainer. Jason Ryan with a driving double. It's the 4th win for Insanity this year. 25th lifetime. Insanity. And out trackside, we'll have a group from Cambridge Toyota. They're having a patio party tonight, but they're also out in the winner's circle. Group from Cambridge Toyota. The 7th race to Insanity, 510, 290, 280. Number 8, the Fixer, 390, 410. 7 Made of Magic, 640. $2 exactor, $15.90. Dollar Try, $44.65. Dollar Super, $179.10. 20-cent Super, $35.82. seventh race, or finish from the top. 618-45732. That's 618-45732 on the bottom.
Are you dreaming of a career with horses? The Ontario Equine Education and Employment Program is here to help. If you're an Ontario resident, you can take our free course and turn your passion into a profession. And employers can register for the program and receive wage subsidies, 50% for up to 18 weeks, or a maximum of $5,000. It's a win-win for job seekers and businesses alike. Ready to take the reins? Visit OntarioEquineEducation.com today and start your journey in the equine industry.
There's the paddock camera presented by the Ontario Equine Education and Employment Program. On post parade for the 8th race 1, Supersonic Hanover Austin Surrey for Blair Burgess and Charles Foster. Number 2, Fimia Ridge-Venti, Jason Ryan for Stephen Loughran and Paul Massetti. Three is Magic Dealer, J.B. Renault for Julie Walker and Oakley Farm. Number 4 is Chip Happen, Daryl Thiessen for James McKeag and Jan McKeag-Weischer. Number 5 is Barzy, Scotty Coulter for Steve Coulter. And number 6, Radcliffe. Paul Walker drives and trains for Brenda Walker and Christine Walker. It is a field of 6 for race number 8. Let's get a look at this 8th race, the Service Master Restore of Guelph, Waterloo, and Cambridge Trot. And we'll start with, you know what? Why not Chip Happen, Sugar?
Nice trotter, right? A favorite of mine and a favorite of yours, too, right? Very reliable trotter who's already gotten to the winner's circle this season 7 times, got there 6 times in 2024. So he just loves to win. All he has to do is mind his manners in the early going, and he could show up once again. Shout out to Chris Lamont, who's up from the Maritimes and visiting Grand River Raceway tonight and cheering on one of their favorites this evening in Chip Happen.
Yeah, the only thing that knocks his reliability, the early breaks, and that's become a factor.
Yeah.
Just 2 of the last 4, but boy, if he can get going away clean, then it's all his story. But Chip Happen and Daryl Thiessen. Daryl's fully versed with this horse, been driving him all along. Chip Happen won to be 8-5. Number 5, Barzy, is one that got a win here 2 races ago, August the 29th, when, Chip happened to go off stride early. So Barzy said, "Oh, thank you very much. I'll grab the front and I'll just go all the way on the lead."
Right. He's easily my plan B in here. I mean, if Chip happens to miscue early, it could open up the door for Barzy. But for now, I'm using the exactor factor in behind Chip Happen. Barzy, very nice trotter. $100,000 in career earnings.
Yeah, sometimes you got to have a plan B, though. Sometimes my lack of a plan B has done me in. And, number 6, Radcliffe, Paul Walker driving and training, and got a lot of respect for Paul Walker. He's been a long-time successful trot man. A lot of great horses over the years with the Walker families. Radcliffe, this is one that's lightly raced, already a 5-year-old, so clearly there's been issues. But, at times, you saw that. I saw the start August the 12th at Georgian. He got interfered with at the half. It didn't matter. He came on to win. He's looked pretty racy. It's just doesn't have a lot of experience for a 5-year-old.
You're right. He is. So too the driver this season. Just a hand pass for Paul Walker, but we know he's done lots of great things over the years, especially with his trotters. Gets a great shot here with Radcliffe. I like the shorten up 6 for this one. Does not appear to have a whole lot of speed, so he's not going to have too far to come if he happens to be sitting at the back of the bus.
Yeah, and Well, Radcliffe, I just think is one that I'd be a little bit afraid of in here just because I know that the ability is in there. I've seen the flashes of it. Number one, Supersonic Hanover is one that, well, raced here last time out, post position 8, and it was supersonic early going to the front. Pretty good mile actually to stick around for third because blasted out hard.
Yeah, this 3-year-old son of Propulsion's had a pretty good season. You can look through the program lines and see he's pretty good at getting paid when he races. Not a whole lot of wins, just a pair of wins this season. Life best of 2:01 and 4 over the half miler in London, but all through those program lines, getting lots of checks dating back to early July.
One thing with him, you do see quite a bit of gate speed. You go even further down the line.
Yeah.
July the 8th at Georgian Downs, bombed out to the lead. Often is sent out, and each of the last couple races was sent to the front, once at Georgian and once here. And I don't think, inside post, I don't think it bothers him because one thing, if you look on the program, the one thing that you don't see on the program, you don't see any X's.
That's right. Not a whole lot of X's throughout his racing career. Next door. How about the odds on Vimy Ridge Venti with the hot hands of Jason Ryan? Longest shot on the board, Gary.
Well, Jason maybe can make it the hat trick, and one of your favorite drivers, 20-1. And Vimy Ridge Venti and Magic Dealer, the other one that we didn't talk about, is 9-2. But we talked about Chip Happen being the one to beat, and that's what the fans think. Even money. Yeah. Supersonic Hanover. What do you say? Let's go.
You bet.
Vimy Ridge Venti, Magic Dealer, Chip Happen, Barzy, and Radcliffe. Field of 6. Race number 8. Field for the 8th race. All in position and at the start, and Chip has happened off stride. Supersonic Hanover leaves with Barzy, Magic Dealer racing third, Vimy Ridge Venti, Radcliffe, and Chip happened, and now Barzy says, yeah, I'll take the lead then, and is in front a length and a half. Supersonic Hanover racing position second, Vimy Ridge Venti, Magic Dealer, and then Radcliffe as the field races off the turn, and right now it is Barzy and Scotty Coulter who's got the lead. 28-2 opening quarter. Barzy will now look to just settle in on the lead and pick up a second pedal breather. Supersonic Hanover's right there in the pocket. Vimy Ridge Venti, Magic Dealer, and Radcliffe, and then Chip Happen. And they head up towards the half. 28-2 opening quarter, and Barzy's left alone, 6 in a line, and now from the backfield, the only one to pull out is Chip Happen, who's going to try to make a huge recovery. 6th up to 5th now, and now about to come on and take over 4th, and is flying on the outside. It is Barzy at 4-1. Supersonic Hanover. Chip Happen has progressed steadily, and now is on the outside 3rd, and is motoring, and it is Chip Happen who's come from 3rd to take over 2nd now. Also from the backfield, Radcliffe. It is Barzy. Chip Happen is now only a length off the lead as they head on by 3/4, now 3/4 from the front, and the 3/4 time put up by Barzy in 1:29. Vimy Ridge Venti went off stride, and it is Barzy, Chip Happen, Supersonic Hanover. Radcliffe is in the hunt and out 3 wide, and then Magic Dealer up 3/4, 1:29. Barzy, Chip Happen starts to weaken now. Supersonic Hanover's been getting the trip and wants to try to squeeze out and is able to get out. It is Barzy and Supersonic Hanover. Barzy is game. Barzy is going to score. Then Supersonic Hanover. Then Radcliffe and Magic Dealer. 157-3. Barzy, another start where Barzy gets the benefit of an off-stride Chip Happen and says, I'll take the lead and I'll go all the way on top.
Yeah, I mean, Chip Happen, love that trotter, but I think, one wants to have a plan B in place, and that was it. Barzy, as you mentioned, capitalizes on the miscue for Chip Happen, sails right to the top, and pretty much goes along unchallenged. Now, Chip Happen, he was making a big recovery, though could not sustain that move from way back. He tails off, of course, to finish 5th. But Barzy, very strong. Nice deuce by Supersonic Hanover, who's been a great check getter. And I believe Radcliffe, a nice showing there to be 3rd. And Magic Dealer 3, rounding out the top 4.
And you see the seriousness of Scotty Calder. Come on, man, let's go. This is for twin brother Steve. This is a family matter, and Scotty wants this
Yeah.
win. And you know what? Scotty's got it. The Tan Tornado storming home with Barzy.
Yeah.
Your plan B at 4-1. It's good to have a backup plan. My backup plan was Supersonic Hanover. So my plan B was ended up being a plan C.
Well, that exactor probably comes back okay. You know, one more win like that, and Barzy's going to go over $100,000 in career earnings.
Yeah, and frustrating for Chip Happen because he's clearly the most talented one in this bunch, but he's got to get things figured out now.
Yeah, it just tends to run maybe a little warm going in behind the gate there. You know, he was always so honest in London, and these breaks just started happening more recently, and well, we hope he can turn it around because he's such a nice trotter, and when he's on his game, when he's all trot, I mean, he's fun to watch.
Well, we're looking at one that's fun to see back in the winner's circle because Scotty Calder, a great driver, with Barzy. Barzy's an 8-year-old bar hopping bay gelding. Steve and Scott Calder sharing ownership. Steve Calder, the trainer. Scotty Calder. The Tan Tornado storms to victory in the 8th. It's the 3rd win this year, 12th lifetime. Out tracks Abel Group from Surface Master Restore of Guelph, Waterloo, and Cambridge. They're out trackside to celebrate here at Grand River in the 8th race with Barzy and a smiling Tan Tornado, Scotty Calder. Eighth race, payouts 5, Barzy, 1085, 10,340. 1, Supersonic Hanover, 473.40. 6, Radcliffe, 740. $2 exactors, 77.40. Dollar try, 147.35. Dollar super, 429.35. 20-cent super, 85.87. Eighth race, order of finish from the top. 264513. That's 264513 on the bottom.
Winbank Farm graduates have earned close to $465 million and have won nearly 50,000 times, selling yearlings eligible to Delaware, Indiana, Kentucky, New Jersey, New York, Ohio, Ontario, and Pennsylvania, producing yearlings from outstanding sires including American Ideal, Bettor's Delight, Cattle Wash, Courtly Choice, Father Patrick, and the Great McWicked. For more information, winbackfarm.com.
Field on post parade for the ninth. One is No One. Bruce Richardson drives and trains and owns. 2 is Royalty Beer, semi-fill-off for J.F. McGuire. And number 3, Stonebridge Zeus, Jason Ryan for Brian Lawrence and Smirk Incorporated. Number 4, The Great Reset, Anthony Hunt for Lauren House and Chantel Ruiz. 5, Living at Large, Lauren House drives and trains and partners with Chantel Ruiz and shares in ownership. Number 6, Cadillac Moon, Nick Boyd for Mark Goddard and Howard Kaufman of Bryn Mawr and Joshua Kaufman. Number 7, Eden on the Hill, Austin Story for Mark Goddard and Howard Kaufman of Bryn Mawr and Joshua Kaufman. 8 is All-Star Goldie, Scotty Gulliver, Steve Watson, and All-Star Farms. 9 is Valuable Miss, Damian McClellan for Kyle Bostons and William Pendleton and Trevor Henry Stables. Field of 9, Race 9, Pop-Up Series Final, and, well, the money is spread evenly on the 3 that are getting all the action. Royalty Beer, Cadillac Moon, and Eden on the Hill, all at 2 to 1. Let's start with number 7, Eden on the Hill. Last time out, won by 15 and a quarter.
Yeah, much the best winner last time out. And, of course, Austin Sorey are going to be staying on here with trainer Mark Goddard. A 52-4 life best over Woodbine Mohawk Park, with 53-4 over the river is all right. Before we get talking about a few others, big shout-out to Ron from back east. He was listening earlier when we got talking about trotting hands and Tyler Borth. Well, he put $10 to win on a first-time Tyler Borth trotter tonight. 52-1 upset just now at Woodbine Mohawk Park.
Hey, that's a nice score. Anytime you get 52-1 down, you're not going to get 52-1 on this one that's right in front of us.
No.
There. Look at him coming by. He's all fired up. He says,
Looks great, hey?
I'm going to crush him again.
Yeah, I like his look. Very confident looking. And we know Austin, right? Post 7 at the river. That might be gold for Austin. I mean, he can float on out of there if he likes, or he can send them. Just very tough to go against in here.
You know, in Royalty Beer, if he could talk, he'd be saying, look, I've made twice as much money, more than twice as much money as 7 Eden on the Hill in my career. You better talk about me.
Yeah, we got to talk about him. He just missed last time out, and of course he's finishing up with broken equipment. That is listed in the program line. Sammy gets along great with this son of Royalty for Life. J.F. McGuire, fabulous job conditioning this one. He's had a pretty good campaign this season. He could top $100,000 once again on this season. I mean, we'll expect to see him back in London soon. He'll likely be over at Flamborough quite a bit. Royalty Beer, very nice preferred type trotter over the half-milers.
I imagine Sammy's going to be firing out pretty quickly with this one. Yeah. But you know what? Cadillac Moon, last time out, fired out hard, was able from post 7 to get a pocket ride and then get on by Royalty Beer.
Well, Nick Boyd's best chance at getting a big chunk of this one is to send him again. That's exactly what he did last time out. Found himself with a great pocket ride. 27 flat at the quarter, sitting second, so we know he can gate blast here. A surprise to me to see him going by a deep stretch last time at 15-1 or 13-1. You're not going to get those odds tonight, because folks are now in the know that this horse can roll quickly towards the front and does have some finish in him as well.
Do you think, Bruce, with the one horse, no one could leave well enough in here to maybe steal a good trip in behind one that makes the front and then maybe get a big chunk?
Don't see him blasting, but I could see him in the front, maybe 4. I like the 9 in behind him because the 1 does have that early speed. So, yeah, I can see Bruce getting a big chunk here, maybe 3rd or 4th.
Yeah, I just would love to see him get away a little closer because I think whoever can get a pocket ride in here might have a big shot at it. There's going to be some early speed. Now, maybe that even sets it up. Maybe that helps out Valuable Miss because he's stuck in the trailer post, but at least if he can get into the middle of the pack, maybe they duel it up because it's a field of 9 in here, and somebody's maybe going to be, when you're playing musical chairs, somebody's going to be left without a chair.
We just mentioned a 52-1 winner at Woodbine Mohawk Park. Well, if the 9 gets there, 25-1 winner, and a win would not be that big of a surprise. I mean, showing trips in 55 and 56 over Grand River Raceway, and again, she is following out some speed there with Bruce's trotter, No One. It's a great-looking pop-up series final for the High Five carryover.
She was second to Royalty Beer just 2 races ago.
Yeah.
I mean, not a threat to get by Royalty Beer, but a solid second in there. You know, one that I did use up in the 4 spot was the 4 Great Reset. You know, I've been chasing this horse a little bit. 10-time winner last year, just a couple on the year. But you know, the Great Reset can step up with a mile in here, I believe.
Well, it could. You know, it's going to take maybe the stars and moon to align for him to win this race, but he's worth a look for the High Five play. I mean, 10-time winner last season, just 2 victories to his credit in 2025, but a very nice trotter. I know him well, a very handsome chestnut. He's a track record holder in London, fastest trotter to ever get around the Forest City Oval.
Yeah, and Lorne House has 2 in here. He chose to drive Living at Large, and Mark Goddard also has 2 in here, and he's got the 6 and 7. So got a couple trainers with a pair of horses. It's a field of 9 pop-up series final. Let's go. No One, Royalty Beer, Stonebridge Zeus in the center of the Great Reset, Living at Large, and Cadillac Moon to the outside, Eden on the Hill, and All-Star Goldie, the second tier. Valuable Miss. Field for race number 9. Final dash. Moving on into position. Field is in the backstretch approaching the start. Royalty Beer and Semifilia timing the gate. Cadillac Moon is also blasting. And Eden on the Hill. No One on the inside gets out well. Royalty Beer is going to take the lead, and Cadillac Moon is going to squeeze into the pocket. And No One is racing on the inside third. Eden on the Hill is fourth. And then the Great Reset and Stonebridge Zeus. Then it is back to Living at Large and Valuable Miss. And trailing the field is All-Star Goldie as the field works their way off the turn, 27-second opening quarter, and fronting the field is Royalty Beer. Up and driving already is Eden on the Hill. Eden on the Hill is going to surge up on the outside now and try to clear before the turn. Eden on the Hill, Royalty Beer. Eden on the Hill takes over. Royalty Beer is second, racing third, Cadillac Moon. Then the Great Reset, Stonebridge Zeus up on the outside, No One now. And then it is Living at Large and Valuable Miss, and trailing the field as they race their way on towards the half is All-Star Goldie, 56-1 halftime. Eden on the Hill, the 3-5 favorites got the front. Royalty Beer is drafting along in second. Cadillac Moon is third. Then racing fourth, the Great Reset. On the outside, No One shares fifth with Stonebridge Zeus on the inside. Then it is further back to Living at Large and All-Star Goldie and Valuable Miss. And it is Eden on the Hill, but getting up on the outside closer is Cadillac Moon. Cadillac Moon is just a length and a half back, but now it's faltered just a little bit. 3/4, 125-3. Eden on the Hill. Royalty Beer still drafting along in the pocket, but Eden on the Hill looks sharp and large as they're about to turn for home. Up that 3/4, 125-3. Eden on the Hill. Royalty Beer. Stonebridge Zeus now took the short way round the turn and has third on. Down the stretch where they come. Eden on the Hill. Royalty Beer is chasing Eden on the Hill, and Royalty Beer. Eden on the Hill wins it. Royalty Beer second. Stonebridge Zeus gets third. Living at Large and Cadillac Moon won 54-4. Eden on the Hill was just too good, Sugar.
Was really good. I mean, Austin Sorey floated on out of there, found a spot early just to be relaxed and near to going, though wanted nothing to do with sitting off the pace. Made a winning move just following that hot quarter, 27 flat. Sammy thought the best thing to do was to let this horse go and follow along, try to pick him off late. Well, that wouldn't happen, but a nice deuce for Royalty Beer and a very nice win in the pop-up series final for Eden on the Hill. Austin Sorey on board for trainer Mark Goddard.
probably a smart choice by Sammy because he gets a second.
Yeah.
He takes a shot at him, but you don't let him go and you run, and you might be running yourself right out of a top five.
Yeah, this is a very nice trotter. I mean, his body language on post parade, it just screamed that he was going to be in the winner's circle here. 154-4 victory. The high five carryover, well supported
Did you notice
by folks. So thanks for playing into that. 7-2-3-5-6 is the winning combo.
the 3 is 70-1, finishing third. Just took the short way around the turn. Jason Ryan kind of tripped this one out to get third.
Well, Bruce, he had a great journey going. He was sitting fourth, but he rolled off stride just in front of the grandstand following the quarter. That was going to open it up for some big-time long shot players, and wouldn't you know it, Stonebridge Zeus is going to inflate this high five payout. You've got favorites, first and second, but you called it 70-1. Shodo finisher is going to blow up this high five.
Jason already had a couple wins on the evening, and then he was efficient with Stonebridge Zeus, and so you don't go the long mile, and you get there for third. So that might make it tricky, although the top two are exactly the two that we both have. I got to believe people started to fan out as they got deeper into this ticket. Otherwise, it wouldn't be had. But somebody's got it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. This is sold, but it's going to pay well. 70-1 third and 30-1 Lauren House with Living at Large fourth, and then Cadillac Moon, a logical player. It's the top five, but very sharp win. Well done, Austin Sorey. A KG steer with Eden on the hill.
Well, it was a fun night, Sugar. Have yourself a great weekend. We'll talk to you Monday night.
Sounds great. Wonderful job, Gary.
Back in front of us, there is number 7, Eden on the Hill, 6-year-old Muscle Hill Bay horse, owned by Howard Kaufman, Bryn Mawr, Joshua Kaufman. Mark Goddard is the trainer. Austin Sorey with the winning drive. It's the 5th win this year. 11th lifetime, Eden on the Hill, 154-4. Ninth race, pound 7, Eden on the Hill. 340, 230, 210, 2 Royalty Beer, 260, 220. 3 Stonebridge Zeus, 870. $2 exactor, 610. $1 try, 53.75. $1 high five, 2100, 84.05. Double of 5 and 7, 27.60. $1 pick 3, 38.20. $1 pick 4, 101.60. Ninth race order finished from the top. 923 745 186. That's 923 745 186 on the bottom. That concludes the live harness racing program for this Friday evening. Action resumes on Monday. First dash will go to post at 6:20 p.m.